Let's turn that down. Hey guys, welcome to my first stream. This is gonna be ridiculously informal. Man, I'm getting that very bad. Oh well. So, dang it, Mom. I'll mute it. Sorry about the whole thing, guys. Parents can be frustrating. Love them to death. Very frustrating. I'm sorry about the blackout there for a while. So sorry, but that was a great way to start off my first stream. Well, anyway, I'm popping this into the UTL chat, so we should be getting some more people here soon. Shout out who you are in chat if I know you. Let's see if anyone has. So, nope. No one in chat. So, what I kind of wanted to do was, just throw a little... Hold on. Yeah, I can do that. Everyone last at, I swear, UTL guys. Alright. So, I'm gonna send that. Anyone there? Anyone there at all? Well, kind of the first thing I want to talk about is the new mods. So, the completely new mods include UB adhesive, its evolution, a second Ultra Beast, a mythical mod. And UB adhesive is already removed, but I figured yeah. Anyway, other stuff includes things like move tutors. Defog is now a move tutor, as well as stealth rocks, which some interesting ones did and did not get those moves, which I thought was weird, to say the least. So, alright, let's see here. Pulling it up. Okay, so we have a list of that. That's one thing I needed. Let's go to Safari. Yeah, I'm using an iPad as well. The most formal and professional only the most professional streams on this channel. Alright, making due date. So USU. New. Alright, so pretty much what this is gonna be is a draft league discussion on the buffs. I don't think we got any nerfs in Sun and Moon other than like the kind of nerf where one thing got defog, so it kind of made this other thing that got defog a little worse just by comparison, but nothing really got direct nerf. Now, quite a few things got direct buffed from the move tutors. I'm not gonna lie, but this thing is the next Mega Rayquay, and it doesn't have a 4x weakness either. It got a new ability, which I'm not sure what it does. I'll tell you once I know what that is. It's really bizarre, but alright, stats of all new mons revealed. Come on. Leaks is always a... Alright, here we go. Stack attacka. Alright. So, scrolling around. Why did it default to page 2? Page 1. Alright, here we go. So, first I want to touch Blacephalon. Its stats are that matter in my opinion are 107 speed, which I wish it would be in the 109, outspeeding the Infernape, speed tying with Kartana. 109 would have been significantly better in my opinion, but let's see here. 127 physical attack and 151 special attack. Great mixed attacker. I think this will, as I hinted at, be the next Infernape. The only thing it can't do is set up, which most Infernape sets don't do. It's a cool set when it works, but it doesn't a lot of times. Or the other thing that it can't do is set up rocks, but very niche to have an Infernape rock setter. So I think it'll be tier 1 because it's way harder hitting than Infernape, and arguably has a better typing. Next, Zeraora, the electric mythical. 143 speed, absurdly fast. 112 and 102 on the physical and special attack, so doesn't hit that hard, but most cases can run modest, maybe able to run specs or life orb or some other boosting move. Not boosting move, boosting item. Why couldn't I think of the word item? But and then alright, so that Dragon Necrozma thing I was talking about earlier, it's called Ultra Necrozma. Reason I think it's gonna be busted, listen to the stat line, full stat line here. 97, 167, 97, 167, 97, 129. So, not quite as fast as Mega Rayquaza, but hits as hard and is bulkier. And I have no idea what the ability does. And let's see here. Ultra Necrozma is only obtainable when the Dawn Wings and Dusk Mane form use Ultra Necrosium Z. So looking at it, I'm looking at Dusk Mane is more physically oriented. Dawn Wings is more specially oriented. These things are going to be bulky, but actually I don't think they're ban worthy. Call me crazy, but because you're going to get Necrozma's move pool, which admittedly getting better, but still not great. It's just going to be a bulkier Necrozma. So it should be a tier 1, phenomenal bulky attacker. Can be a setup sweeper, pretty dang good mon, but not ban worthy. And actually, you know what? Ultra Necrozma, you might, depending on how you pull that off. I think if you make Ultra Necrozma stage it in some way, force them to get into that form, I think it could work. Similar to a Mega. Issue is, man, I wonder if you hit a Dark type with the Ultra Necrosium Z, right? I wonder if you'd still get your form change. Because I mean, Ultra Necrozma can't run an item. Man. You know what? That's going to be something the league has to decide on its own. Because if you do want Ultra Necrozma, right? Then you'd have to choose your base form. You could only use Duskmane or Dawn Wings. Which, fair, I don't have a problem with that. It just means you can switch into one side or the other better. I'd personally choose Duskmane just because I think physical bulk is a lot more worth it than special bulk. Because there's a lot more powerful physical attackers. However, if the meta shifts, you might want to choose the other. But anyway, tangent. I feel like you could actually unban Ultra Necrozma. That's interesting. So, I think that needs to be a discussion of its own. So we'll come back to that. Nagandel, 73s except for 127 in special attack and 121 speed. It's got a good typing and good especially offensive. I think that it belongs at tier 2. To me, I mean, it looks like a slightly better Nihilego, but I think Nihilego should be in tier 2 anyway, so take that as you will. I think wherever you have Nihilego, it should be in the same tier. Anyway, moving over to tutors. First thing I want to start off is with the huge tutor of Defog. So, that's a pretty cool niche defogger. Going up below, Florges. Tier 1 pick. Tier 1 round 1 pick. Just because that thing's a very bulky defogger. That's going to be amazing in most situations. Just one of the best. What else up here? Gligar can now run immunity. If you're in like a league, like if you're in a league like the something about those Ubers, why can't I not think of the name? I'm in the league. ICBA. If you're in a league like the ICBA, I think pick up Mega Blaziken easily over any other Mega or any other Uber, just because now you have something that hits hard, speed boosts, and defogs all in your round 1 pick. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, so something else cool. you look at something like Staraptor. You get to run Defog on it with the 10 ability of Reckless. So, I think that's going to be cool. Next thing I want to talk about is the viability of Dusk Lycanroc. So, this could have gone in the new mods section, but this is kind of interesting to me. Its stat line was really fast, 110, if I remember correctly. Dusk Lycanroc. Can't find it. I do believe it's base 110 and then like 121 attack. No, 117 attack, which is higher than the other two forms. So, I think Dusk Lycanroc is going to be absurd. Because a tutor that it got was Drill Run. So, now one of the issues with old Lycanroc was that it couldn't break steel types because it did not have Earthquake. Well, Tough Claws... Sorry guys if it's lagging really bad according to Ajar. But, anyway. I'm looking up and I'm seeing that you have a Mon in Dusk Lycanroc that is going to hit like a truck, be absurdly fast, and have priority. I think it's going to be the next Weavile. Because it's a little slower, a decent chunk slower actually, but going to hit harder than Weavile thanks to Tough Claws. And when you're comparing it to some kind of a Mega, it also becomes able to hold an item. So I think, if I remember correctly, when I calced this thing, a Tough Claws boosted Excel Rock was similar at neutral. Okay, so like banded versus banded, or I can't think of another situation. AV, but anyway, an Azumarill Aqua Jet is very comparable to a Dusk Lycanroc Excel Rock. So that's a really cool interaction, in my opinion. So, now I'd like to open it up to any questions from you guys. I'll be talking while I see any questions come in. So, first thing so while I'm waiting, I'm gonna be scrolling through this defog list. Stealth Rocks, a couple key players got it. Thing that stood out to me was Mudsdale. I think Mudsdale is gonna be pretty cool now, tier 3. Palisand, another pretty cool Mon. It gets recovery, so actually tier 3 probably too. So I think a lot of Mons got buffed by this. But I'm looking at this and oh yeah, that's weird. Volcanion gets defog. You want to run defog Volcanion? You can. But anyway, while I'm waiting on any questions, I'm gonna talk about some of these defoggers. So one I actually didn't mention was Hawlucha. Hawlucha already got buffed massively in the 7th generation because of the seeds along with the Tapus. You pair a Tapu with it, it's really good. And now it also can be a defogger, so it can pair with any of the Tapus. So Coco, now you have 2 defoggers. With same with Feeny, you have 2 defoggers. I actually see Lele getting unbanned for certain leagues now that it got literally nothing. It almost got a nerf just in comparison because Coco's better now in my opinion, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah. And then Bulu, it also gives you a defogger there. So what else? Silvally, really cool defogger. The fact that you can have a defogger in any type, I actually think makes Silvally tier 1. Maybe tier 2. And beforehand, I thought it should have been a tier 3 with all typings, but now I think top 2 tiers, easy. Superior, another one that gets recovery. This one can actually snowball a lot easier than most of the others, aside from Coco. So I think that could be really cool. Hydreigon, like I said, forcing a switch into a defog, really cool interaction. The Rotoms, man, being able to pivot with those, really huge. Let's see here, what else? There was some other stuff that, like, getting a, of course, moveset stuff. For example, a Latios cannot have, like if it's an event Latios from Gen 5, which is like the Wish Latios, I think, cannot run defog as of now, but now it can. Just like all those cool little moves, those things that you don't see very often. Now, so New Z crystals, Solgallium Z, Lunalium Z, yeah. All right. I wish you guys would have stayed around and watched, but all right. So, how is the new champion? That's cool. Or sort of. He takes Kakubi's spot as who you play the end. So he's essentially who you play as the champion, which is really cool, which is what one of the leaks meant when they said Hal pulled a blue. So you will face him at the end of the game, which is really cool. Let's see here. Gosh, I can't find the full list, but I see what else is there. I know Incineroar is getting knockoff. Hopefully it gets its hidden ability, because I think as soon as Incineroar gets its hidden ability, now that it has knockoff, it's going to be a really cool utility mon, as well as being very offensive. So I think Incineroar is going to slightly rise. It shouldn't be raised out of tier 4 yet. Once it gets its Intimidate ability, I think tier 3 probably, because it's going to become very bulky. Data mining, man, I can't find really anything. That's a real shame. Other than, actually, something I just remembered. Sticky Web Tutor, which is absurd to me. The fact that we actually finally get a Sticky Web Tutor is absolutely amazing. So, new